We're talking about what would you do if you weren't afraid. Stick around, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you some insights, some thoughts, some other perspectives. And my intention is that you take this on board, you apply it to your life, and you make your life easier. We're talking about what would you do if you weren't afraid? What would you do if you weren't afraid? So let's talk about it. We're talking about fear. I've come to realize that fear is really the key to the success that you want, the success that you want to achieve in love, health, wealth, freedom. I mean, look at it in a relationship. When you join forces with another human being and you go, oh, we're going to do this relationship, fear. Oh my God, what is this the person I'm going to commit to? Is this the person I'm going to stick with? What, everything is fear before it becomes something beautiful, something awesome, something successful. So let's just dive into it. I want you to really tune in and stop the scrolling. Don't jump to the next video, the next live. This is it. This one's going to hit home. So stick with me. I promise you, this is going to really benefit you. It's going to really make life easier. What would you do if you weren't afraid? Let's tune in right now. And all I want you to think about is, what is that thing? So if you've already got that thing, you already know what that thing is. That thing that you would do if you weren't afraid to just do it. We're going to tune in, and I just want you to feel it in your heart space. That's all I want you to do right now. So everybody, let's take 3 breaths. Here we go. And just hold that visual in your head and put it here and just sit with it. Just imagine that thing. Imagine you doing that thing, saying that thing, achieving that thing, creating that thing, being with that person, whatever it is for you right now. Let's go. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in joy. And let go of doubt. Breathe in trust. Let go of fear. Breathe in excitement. And let go of anything surrounding that worry, that fear, everything that's holding you back. All right, if you can, have a little shake. If you sat there and it's not possible, don't. Let's just tune into this right now. What is it that you're afraid of? Is it fear of success? Is it fear of failure? Is there some imposter syndrome? Is there lack of self-worth, self-love? Do you think, I'm just not good enough? That's for other people. I can't do that. I guess for me, just to give you a little example, is when I was working in a pub for years, and then I went to extra work in TV and film, and I was just kind of floating through. I didn't really know what I was doing, and I was trying to juggle a few things. I realized I wanted to teach, I wanted to coach, I wanted to guide, I wanted to create courses, I wanted to write books, and I had that imagination. I was like, I've got it. I know what my purpose is, I know what my passion is. Let's go. Straight away, fear blocked me, Joe. It got me. It had a right grip around me, and I had to just tune into what that feeling was. What was that feeling? It was imposter syndrome. Who am I to tell anybody what to do or give them advice? And the thing that blocked me was feeling like I didn't have the answers. I didn't know all of the stuff. I wasn't, very well educated. I had dyslexia at school. I did terrible at school. I mean, I had lots of friends and I had a good time, but academically, not so much. And all of this came up: lack of self-worth, lack of self-love. I knew I could communicate with people and I knew I could help people. It was just those grades in the background and being legit. And what happens if I was on a one-to-one session and someone asked me a question and I didn't know the science, the answer, and it stopped me, it slowed me down. And then I came to realize, okay, this is the thing, this is my block, this is my obstacle. So what I'm asking you to do is find that block, find that obstacle, and just hold it, and just hold it here. Just sit with it, and just make friends with it. So my obstacle was imposter syndrome. Okay, I feel like an imposter, I don't know all the stuff. Okay, and the game is this. What are you going to do about it? You're in control. This imposter syndrome, where is it? It's up here. The successful version of you, where is it? The person that does that thing, where is it? You are already it. So all of this BS, all of this noise is literally just that. And what I came to realize was it's always the same answer. Oh, lack of confidence, don't know the stuff. You've just got to lean in. You've just got to do it. JFDI, just fucking do it. Because confidence only ever comes from experience every single time. You have to do the thing to then go, oh, okay, I can do it. I'm always going to be learning. I'm always going to be evolving. I'm always going to be growing. I'm always going to get better at the thing that I'm doing, whether it's a relationship with your wife or your husband, whatever, in your job. You've just got to lean in. You've just got to go for it. I sat with my imposter syndrome and I thought, right, I'm not as good as all these other people, but I know I can do the thing. So I'm going to have one conversation with imposter syndrome and then I'm going to let it go. So I did just that. And it was the last time imposter syndrome ever came up. I basically sat there with this feeling and said, I let you go. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. And this feeling will probably come up the more successful I get at doing this. The more, say if I get 100,000 YouTube subscribers and the likes, imagine if this channel just blew up. I imagine I might go, oh no, there's lots of people looking now. But I've already had that conversation with imposter syndrome. It's over, it's done, I'm going to do it anyway. So this is what I want you to write down. If you get anything from this live, is write this down. Do it anyway. Just fucking do it. However you want to say it. It's a way to tell yourself just to lean in no matter what. Because at the end of the day, if you want what you really, really want, it's only going to be you that stops you from achieving that. So what if you didn't do it? What if you didn't do that thing? If you want to create your own business, you want to find love, if you want to get your dream job, if you want to go traveling, if you want to become a singer, an actor, a dancer, if you want to go into politics, whatever it is for you, what if you didn't do that thing? Now just feel that for a moment. Look, you can watch this live and you can like laugh or write comments and you can enjoy it and just kind of not apply it, and it won't do anything. Certainly won't do anything for me. It won't do anything for you. So just do it. Why not? Just do it. This is the whole point. This is my version of the Nike tick. Just fucking do it. Feel it. Tune into that thing that you want to say to that person. That job that you really want. The thing that you want to create. What would it feel like if in 5-10 years time, if you didn't do it? What would it feel like? It'd feel shit. You'd feel regret. You'd probably start feeling resentful to your kid or your partner or your friend that you went to the pub with instead. I mean, I'm not telling you how to live, but I sacrificed pretty much all of my social life to dive into my business. I'm a musician as well, so I have to do that. I have to do it. And there's only a certain amount of time in the day, and I chose to sacrifice all of the stuff that I knew in 10 years' time I'd look back and go, I spent far too much time just in the pub. I didn't do that thing. So I'm going to summarize this. What would you do if you weren't afraid to do that thing that you were destined to do, you're meant to do, you really, really want to do, let's say, if you're not so hippie? Next, imagine if you didn't do that thing, if you never achieved it, if it never happened. Just imagine, because it might happen. I'm going to be really, really real with you right now. You might not achieve that thing. You might not create that thing. You might not get that partner. And I don't want to say that as a downer. I want to say it to help you go, oh, okay, that's reality. That's a reality check. Not everybody gives you a reality check. This guy, I'm going to be blunt, because I value that when someone tells me something that I need to know. Now imagine that you haven't done it, you've never achieved it, and I want that to sting, and I want that to make you go, oh no, and then you know where we're going next. Imagine what it would feel like in your heart space if you actually achieved that thing, if you pulled it off, if you made it happen, if you told that person what you wanted to tell them, if you got that job, if you went traveling around the world like I did for 7 months. Oh, that was a scary thing to do. Just leave the house, have someone live in it, go traveling to a country that we'd not explored, and just live somewhere else. Oh, it's fucking awesome. Live by the sea. I drank coconuts every single day, petted like wild dogs. We'll go back every year. It was amazing. And that's because we plowed through that imposter syndrome, that fear barrier. We were like, one life, we have to do what this is telling us to do. The heart and mind. Oh, what a duo. There's your Paul McCartney and John Lennon right there. There's your Nolan Liam. There's your Sonny and Cher. That was it for me. Starting a business was going online, doing these lives, and just going, I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth, but I'm talking from experience. So if I always just tune into me and what I've done and just give and do it from a place of love and compassion, I'm always going to be okay. I don't need to know the facts and the science and the things that I may have forgotten about. It doesn't matter. So whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you want to do, tune in. Imagine that it might not happen. Tune in again. Imagine it actually happening and live from that space forever. And do the action. Repeat it. Allow it to... I've got whiteboards all over the place reminding me of that thing. And go all in on that thing, because you have one life. You have one life, and then you will die. And you will die. We're all going to die. So you might as well sort your shit out, make it happen, and have the best experience while you're here. I mean, do what you want, but if you're on this channel, that's what I'm going to tell you to do. And if you need any help, I have a big transformation course which I put my heart and soul into. I use my mind, I use my heart, my imagination, and I use my commitment daily. 18 months of creating something for you, and it'll make your life better. 100 videos teaching you all of this stuff, giving you the accountability, the inspiration, the motivation to push you up that hill and go, yes, you're doing it. You're doing it. So check the link in the bio. Have the most amazing day. Always sharing all the value. Those who want it will receive it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Have the most wonderful evening, afternoon, or morning maybe. DM if you want to chat, you want to connect, and check out the big transformation if you want to absolutely, positively, and profoundly change your life. The system is rigged says, nice one. You're right, the system is rigged, but it's also rigged in your favor. There's the dark side, which is absolutely happening, but there's also the duality of life, and it's rigged in your favor. So use this imagination, use your illusion, tune into your heart space, and make that thing happen. Make it happen today or tomorrow at the latest. Keep leaning in,